Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Holy Grail products that I've replaced. Holy Grails are Holy Grails for a reason. They're products that, I love, that I use all the time, that have really solidified a place in my routine. Even if I stray from it, I will come back to it. And then once in a while, you get a little surprise and you find a product along the way that will replace that Holy Grail and take its place. I think some of you guys may be a little bit shocked and appalled by some of the Holy Grails that I have replaced because they are products that I feel like I'm kind of known for. So I really hope that you guys are gonna enjoy today's video and find it entertaining and helpful. And hopefully this video will inspire you to check out some of these products because every single one that I'm gonna be talking about today are A+++++ plus products in my book that I would have to highly recommend. Definitely give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy it and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. So without further ado, let's get into all of this. Okay, let's do this. Okay, I'm first gonna start off with a big guy. We're gonna talk about foundation. Now, Holy Grail foundations for me are kind of far and few between. It takes a lot for a foundation to reach Holy Grail status for me. It has to be foundation that I like to wear during the daytime, and at nighttime it has to have the perfect finish, the perfect amount of coverage. It has to be versatile. It just has to kind of have everything. I think there are probably like 3 solid foundations that have made it to Holy Grail status, and that is the It Cosmetics CC Cream. If you've been around on my channel for a while, you've heard me talk about that time and time again. However, the It Cosmetics CC Cream was replaced by the YSL All-in-One Glow Foundation, and then the MAC Face and Body is what replaced my YSL All-in-One Glow. This has been the reigning queen of Holy Grail foundation for probably about a year now, but there's a new queen in town, baby, and it is the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation. So the reason why I loved and honestly still love the MAC Face and Body so much is because it is probably one of the more versatile foundations. It's definitely more on the low coverage side of the spectrum. It's not a full coverage foundation at all, but it is still buildable. This was a foundation that I always knew would look good kind of no matter what situation I was in, whether it was daytime or nighttime, if I was in hot weather or cold weather, this foundation just looks good kind of with all circumstances. So the formula between these two foundations are not really comparable at all. It's not like this is a better version of the formula because they're not really even the same. But the reason why I have been using the Bobbi Brown Skin over the MAC Face and Body is I feel like as of late, I've kind of been wanting just a little bit more coverage with my skin, but still I don't want my skin to look heavy or overdone. And I find with most foundations that I use, it just looks like I'm wearing makeup, and that's just not what I like. I like my skin to really look as natural as possible, but still with that nice amount of coverage. And I feel like this foundation gives me that perfect skin-like effect. The finish is a really nice kind of just natural finish. It's not too dewy, it's not matte at all. It's just natural looking. So because of that, I find it actually works really well in a lot of different weather scenarios. I can wear this in the heat and it's not gonna feel like it's gonna melt off of my face. I can wear this in colder weather and it doesn't dry out my skin. I like wearing this during the day. I like wearing it at night. I feel like it photographs well. So overall, I feel like this has just been a great go-to foundation for me. This next one may be a little bit shocking for you, okay? So just brace yourself. The Hourglass Caution Mascara. So the Hourglass Caution has been my go-to mascara since they released it. I think it was around like a year and a half ago. And since then I've been using it pretty much every single day since. I don't even know how many tubes of this I've gone through because it's a lot. The reason why I love this mascara so much is because of how long wearing it is. This is one of the only mascaras that I've ever tried that truly does not flake or smudge on me even in the slightest. I have worn this in very, 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 very sweaty spin classes, and I walk out of that spin class with not even a flake of mascara anywhere on my face. It is just so long wearing that it makes it just a joy and a pleasure to wear because I don't have to worry about having raccoon eyes throughout the day, which is a true concern with, I would say for me, like 80% of mascaras. On the lower lashes especially, beautiful, stunning. It doesn't go anywhere. I gotta say, it's not really like the best my lashes has ever looked with this mascara. Like there are definitely other mascaras that make my lashes look a little bit more voluminous or it lengthens better, but it still makes my lashes look really nice. But I love this the most for the longevity. It's so good. And I will continue to purchase this for ever and ever and ever because of that. However, there was another mascara that kind of just took me by surprise, okay? I did not see this coming at all. I tried this mascara honestly thinking that it was not going to be very good. My expectations were so low. I thought that I was going to hate the mascara, and it ended up, you know, kind of replacing one of my holy grails. So that mascara is another one that I've been talking about quite a bit recently, and it is the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara in the shade After Midnight, which is just the black shade. So I actually tried this initially in my clean beauty video, and you can see my reaction in that video. That was the first time that we fell in love. Oh my God. That's actually a really nice little mascara. So fluffy and separated. I've never experienced something like that before. It's actually really, really cool. Look at my lashes. Are you dying? This is insane. Everybody please cross their fingers that this doesn't go anywhere on me. Wow, so nice. So I feel like this is a fairly unique mascara. The wand itself is really unlike anything else I've ever tried. What I really like about the mascara wand is that there's kind of like two sides to it. One side I feel like is more meant for volume, and the other side is more meant for length. So the side that's meant for volume has kind of like shorter, spikier bits that are a little bit more concentrated, so you get really nice volume with that. And then the other side is literally a comb. So as you're applying this mascara through your lashes, it actually kind of like brushes through your lashes, so it gets rid of any clumps, and it just does such a great job of like distributing the mascara and just making your lashes look so long. This is mascara that if I build up just enough, it will make my lashes look completely fake. So when I first tried this mascara, I was like completely ready to be heartbroken because I love the way it made my lashes look. I was so impressed, but I was convinced that it would not last, because any mascara that makes my lashes look that good, it makes them look amazing, but then like an hour later, it's just a complete mess. But this guy does not move. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't flake. I've worked out with it on my eyes. It hasn't gone anywhere. Now, I actually thought for a second that they were discontinuing this product. For some reason, it was out of stock on Beautylish and on Sephora. So I kind of put two and two together. I thought that they were discontinuing it. I thought that the wrath of Samantha's curse was now put onto me. I was devastated, and I actually ended up finding them on the Ilia website and purchasing 10 tubes so that I would never be without it. And turns out they are not discontinuing this mascara. It is still here, alive and well. And if they do discontinue it, don't take this as a threat, Ilia, but also maybe do. That is all. Okay, another banger. NYX Bondi Bay. This has been like a Jamie staple for who knows how long, for a really long time. It is one of my favorite cream bronzers. I've spoken about it to death. It's very natural looking. It blends really well. It really nicely warms up the face. And I've gone through probably like 3 or 4 tubes of this. Then my world was turned upside down when Alana Alper put this Tom Ford, what is this even called? Shade and Illuminate in 01 Intensity 1 cream bronzer on my face. Everything changed for me. I really, really wish that this wasn't the case, because this is a very expensive replacement. I just got bougier in this instance, unfortunately, but I really just can't help it. I love this cream bronzer. I use it every single day. The NYX Bondi Bay doesn't even live in my vanity anymore because this one has kind of taken its place. So if you look at the two colors side by side, the color difference really isn't too crazy. They almost look exactly the same, but if you look closer, you may notice that Bondi Bay is just a little bit more terracotta and warm compared to the Tom Ford. So Tom Ford is over here, Bondi Bay is over here, and the Tom Ford one does have more of like, still a warm undertone, but it's a little bit more neutral compared to Bondi Bay. And the reason why I like the Tom Ford one a little bit more is because it is a little bit more of that like neutrally warm undertone. It has a little bit more yellow in it than red. I pretty much just find the color to be more flattering with my skin tone. I also really love the formula. The formula on the Tom Ford is a little bit more sheer, so I find it to be more buildable, and I feel like I have a little bit more control with applying this. Like I'm able to get a really nice, very natural looking wash of color. There is also a highlighter in this compact, but to be honest with you, I never really touch it. It's just a very natural looking, purely glossy highlighter, has very little pigment to it. Never ever touch it. I kind of wish they had a compact with just the cream bronzer. Maybe that would also make it a little bit less expensive, because this is so annoyingly pricey, but it's just so good. So that's that on that. The Marc Jacobs Tantastic Bronzer. However long this has been out for, I've had it in my life and I've been using it consistently since its release. It's really just a great all-around product. There's really not much for me to say about it, but it's been my go-to bronzer for a really long time, just because I always really like the way it makes my skin look. I feel like it makes me look really nice and bronzed. But lately I have been using this Fenty bronzer over my Tantastic. So the Fenty Sunstalker bronzer in Shady Biz has taken its place. So the reason why I've been reaching for Shady Biz over Tantastic is pretty simple, because the formula for both of these products are beautiful. They both apply really, really nicely. It really just all comes down to color. And the reason why I do prefer Shady Biz over Tantastic, especially as of late, is because I feel like Shady Biz does have a little bit more richness to the color. If you look at these side by side, you may see that Tantastic is a little bit more neutral, which is something that I do actually really like, especially when I'm very fair, because I feel like it doesn't pull as orange or as warm on my skin. So while Shady Biz isn't like a super orange or red bronzer, it's still quite like a yellow based bronzer. I kind of feel like it almost livens up my skin a little bit more compared to the Tantastic. That's like the only way for me to describe it. Now you do get a lot more product in the Marc Jacobs bronzer. You have 25 grams of product in here, whereas the Fenty one has 6.23 grams. So there is a huge difference in product amount, but the downside to having this much product is that the compact is huge. And while I don't really mind that most of the time, when I travel or even just storing it in my vanity, it could be a little bit annoying because it just takes up a lot of room. So I do prefer the smaller packaging for that reason. All right, let's just dive quickly into lip balms. The Bite Agave lip balm has been probably one of my like go-to lip balms for a very, 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 very long time. I've gone through so many of these. Now, as of late, they have reformulated their lip balm, and it kind of broke my heart because while it does a really good job of moisturizing the lips and it still, you know, does what it needs to do, the formula just isn't quite the same. I don't know if you guys can see, but it looks pretty melty in the tube. It is such a soft formula that when you apply this to your lips, it literally just like melts into your lips, but not in a good way, in a way where it's like you can't even really control the product because as you're applying it, it's just like melting and squishing into the tube. So not gonna lie, I'm kind of upset about that because I really, really did love the original formula. It wasn't as soft as this one is. It had a lot more like firmness to it. It was just like a normal lip balm consistency, so it was super, you know, normal and easy to apply, but it is so soft now that I just feel like I can't use it anymore. So that's why the Agave lip balm has kind of stopped being my go-to, and it has been replaced with the La Neige Lip Sleepy Mask. It's really simple. It just moisturizes my lips. It does a really great job of keeping them moisturized as well. I believe this is the original one. I think it's kind of like a berry scent. My favorite one though is the vanilla. It's just a really nice soft vanilla scent. I keep that one actually near my bed, and I love to apply that before going to sleep and when I wake up in the morning. And I also really like how much product you get in here. Honestly, this thing feels like it never ends. So this has been my go-to Holy Grail lip balm. So let's talk liquid eyeliner. I actually could not find my Stila liquid eyeliner, which is my original Holy Grail. It's somewhere in my collection. I lose eyeliners all the time, honestly. They're one of my like most misplaced makeup items, but the Stila liquid eyeliner has been my Holy Grail for probably longer than any of these products. Like I've been using that Stila eyeliner since high school. It's just always worked really well for me. It's one that I always go back to. It's one that I always recommend to people whenever they ask me what eyeliner they should get. I always go towards the Stila long wearing liquid eyeliner. And while I always try new liquid eyeliners, I would always go back to the Stila one until I discovered this guy over here. I believe this is a newer product from Pat McGrath. It is the Perma Precision liquid eyeliner. When I want an eyeliner that's just going to give me drama and intensity and pigment, this is the one that I always go towards, and I cannot see myself not having this in my collection because it is just one of the best liquid eyeliners that I've tried. And I also really do like the applicator. It's a nice felt tip applicator. It's a little bit of like a longer felt tip applicator. I believe it's definitely longer than the Stila one. Comes to a really nice point. I find it to be really easy to apply. It's not super like flimsy, but it's flexible enough that I feel like it makes it really easy to create a wing with this. But I think really like the star quality of this product is how black and intense the eyeliner is. Here, let me just show you a quick little stroke. Whoop. Look at that. So freaking intense. So guys, that actually finishes off all the products that I had to talk about today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know down below in the comments some Holy Grail products that you have replaced and what you have replaced them with and why. I would love to hear everything that you have to say. Of course, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.